What's good, my G's? It's your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers in the house. How you doing? How you living? How you gaming? If you don't already know, G stands for Gamers. Welcome to the channel for the first time. If you're here because of the headline, and if you're here because of that subscription, baby, you already know you're down with the squad. Hashtag IGZ up. Yeah, you're not seeing it wrong. Black Ops 4, the beta. I was on it. Weekend number 2. I actually liked it. I liked it a lot. This is a Battlefield player for those who don't know who we are on this channel. We play Battlefield around here. Me, Uncle RZA, the whole squad. I said that. Yo, I got a Battlefield 5 video in the upper right section if you haven't seen that. I go into a little bit. I go in a little bit, but you know, check it out. Anyway, back to this video. Black Ops 4 has probably been, control-wise, the best I've played in a very long time. The gun game part, the gun on gun action in this one felt very tight. It felt very grounded in the action, and also grounded on the action. Boots to the ground, grounded on the action. And you know, I like some of the things that they did here. It was very positive, and again, I'm a Battlefield player. It was very positive experience this time. I suck at the game, you know. That's why I always give respect to the people who play Call of Duty, because when they don't leave this environment, these guys are fucking aim animals. And I was getting picked off. I was getting picked off left and right. Their responses was a lot better in this system than it is than I do. You know, in Battlefield, my response time is very quickly. I get, you know, but in this, whew, shout out to you, whew, man, shout out to y'all. But what I like to also say was, I always didn't feel like I was getting attacked by something like in the previous Call of Duties. Like, for instance, one of the coolest things I noticed in this game was the airstrikes, call streaks, score chains, whatever stolen name that they use today. Yeah, Call of Duty steal shit all the time, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. You know, they had this system that was at the bottom on the right. Usually it's like just, you know, just 3, 5, 7, 3 kills you get something, 5 kills you get something, 7 kills you get something. Make the adjustments wherever you make the adjustments, right? But in this one, you had to be conscious of what you did. So it's like a earning you get. It's almost equivalent to, it's a point system. But let's just say, for the sake of the example, 3 kills. All right, you got the UAV. Either you use it or you save it. Right? You don't use it. You build your meter up. Let's say you got 5 kills, and then you got the next airstrike or call strike or whatever. You don't use it. Okay, you don't die, of course. You build it up again, and then you get the third one, which is your final one, and that's like the biggest one that you can get. When you use that, you no longer have access to the other 2. All right, it's like an EX meter. When you power up, if you use one, you go back to 0. So if you use UAV, you gotta start all over. If you use number 2, you start all over. And I think that was pretty dope, because I just remember of just having this great feeling that I'm having a lot of gunfights, and I'm not worried about ducking in the building every goddamn 5 seconds. Well, not 5 seconds, but 45 seconds after about 2 minutes is played in the map. All right, and that just I just can't stress enough how great that felt to me, as someone who admired the series, but I just took my talents elsewhere. Now, for everybody who's worried about the weird shit's still there, but you just don't have no exosuits. All right, the cool shit, to equate to weird shit, which is stolen shit, and I mean stolen from Rainbow Six and Overwatch, is the characters that you play. Now, what's cool about it is, no matter what their traits are, what their characteristics are, you can pick whatever guns, whatever situation is that you want. But each character has their own, I want to say, like a L1, R1 special move. They got their own special gadget, and there's something else that they got. And of course, you know, their special sayings and what they look like. That right there was pretty cool. I haven't gotten so much into it to where I can stack stuff with other people. I've done layering. I've layered some stuff with some other people, but you know, that was pretty cool. And after a while, maybe about a good 20 matches in, I started really to understand the flow of how these characters could impact, hearing certain audio cues. And one thing I've always given Call of Duty major credit for is audio cues. And that was pretty it was just such a good thing. Graphically, this game always looked how it's supposed to look. It's a well-oiled machine. The graphics always take, I say, about a 20% increase of visuals, but it's super tight, it's super optimized, it's gonna work. If you're on the PlayStation though, I will say this: if you're using an external hard drive, put the game on the main hard drive. Trust me, there was times where we was loading in and I couldn't be on Rizzo was like, yo, what the hell, why can't I change my why am I spawning in with this default class? Like, what the hell? I want to pick before I can play. For whatever reason, in the beta, hopefully they'll fix this, because I know it's in other Call of Duties. When you when you load into the game, it's just giving you your default, and it's not letting you pick from your class. I hope they fix that, because that was pretty annoying. And there were times where my system was just like loading slower from the external, I guess, and it was happening to me all the time. So I had to wait. I had to press start when I first, spawn in, pick one, and then wait till I die. You don't want to deal with that. Trust me, you don't want to deal with that. I will also say this Black Ops is the first beta Call of Duty I've ever seen where I'm spawning in and there's like heads and upper torsos missing. I've never seen that in a beta of Call of Duty that I've participated in. So it was pretty funny. That's not a knock on the game, it's a beta. That shit will not exist when it launches, but it was just very cool to see, because you usually don't see it. But other than that, I had a really good experience with this game, to the point where I may actually get it. One of the sad things about this particular Call of Duty is that it's not going to have a campaign. And I do play the campaigns. I'm a very big fan of. That's the only thing I've not walked away from with Call of Duty, is the campaigns. So I can see a lot of people just not dealing with this, and hopefully they kind of make up for it with the battle royale and the extra modes for Black Ops zombies and stuff like that. They add some more value to it. And I read somewhere that they was like, yeah, we didn't even think about doing campaign for this Black Ops game. Like, it wasn't even a thought. And I was just like, ooh, and they just kept it going. I was like, okay, I'm feeling a gangster on that. But I like my campaigns from Call of Duty, even though they get predictable, which is why I kind of stopped jumping on them out the gate. But alright, try something new. I used to play Battlefield when there was no campaign, so you won't hear me complaining. I'm just used to what I'm used to. Call of Duty always came with a campaign, so I understand my G's. This game releases October 12th, but there will be another beta in September, and I'm wondering if they're gonna let us do the battle royale. I have a feeling they're gonna do a big push with the battle royale. They always do something that's a huge push, and with this game coming out in October versus November, I was kind of hoping we would have seen something in August, not September. So yeah, and they're jumping in October. This game habitually releases in November all the time. The Battlefield always try to get in before them, and Red Dead Redemption has gotten everybody out of their damn minds. I mean, Battlefield 5 is looking dismal in their pre-orders. Again, I've done a video on that. Look up top in the cards or in the description below, and I talk all about that. And I guess Black Ops is feeling a little pressure from that, because there's no reason for them to ever come down. I guess they didn't want two of these games coming out before them, because last year TitanFall 2 and Battlefield 1 came out before, literally like probably, I think, was it Battlefield 1 was first, Titanfall 2 came out a week before Call of Duty, and they didn't care. So Red Dead is big enough because Rockstar only drops a game once in a blue. People were really ready for Red Dead 2. Not me. I want my damn Midnight Club for this generation, but I probably had Red Dead anyway. So yeah, it makes sense. But anyway, now I mentioned earlier, right, Black Ops basically taken from Rainbow Six and what was the other one, Overwatch. I got a video on Overwatch where I talk about the endorsements. I would love to see Black Ops or Call of Duty games in general, I think it will help this community. Call of Duty, should get the endorsement situation, and they should put that in the next beta. If it's not the beta for the what's the name? What you call it? The Battle Royale. I got a whole video where I talk about Overwatch endorsements. Link in the description below, or in the cards in the upper right. It's there. And this video is running longer than I want to. I'm rambling. Your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, and I'm gone. If you like the video, you know what to do. Join the squad. Subscribe. Then you too could put hashtag IGZ up. And I'm gone. Peace.